Hey guys, just finished my workout and I'm just going to share some vulnerability with you guys. So, I did a lot of work on myself recently, right? So, I've lost a bunch of weight and I quit drinking and I really started putting my foot down more on what I need and like voicing my real desires, the ones I was afraid to admit because I thought if I admit them, then I would find out that I'm not worthy of having them, be rejected, that kind of stuff. So that was really big work. And I've come so far. Looking back, it's really astonishing. And it's funny because I sort of thought, like, yay, now I can go enjoy life. And then, wham, phase two. So phase two is letting others treat me as well as I treat myself now, and putting my walls down and loving others without making them prove that it's safe. So, namely, my partner, here's an example. I nag at him all the time for not planning dates. Like, you don't plan dates, you don't think our relationship's important. He's always talking about bringing the family on vacation and his hunting trips, and, never is us. And so, quite righteously, I thought that I should be mad at him. And then I was like, oh, I don't plan dates. I'm not planning the dates for us either. And there's a whole bunch of examples like that. Like all these things that I'm like hurt and annoyed and frustrated by that he doesn't do, I don't do. And honestly, that even includes like picking up messes. Like, oh, you left this here, or like you can't put your clothes in the hamper, and somehow I really didn't even notice my stuff. Like, I would have my clothes from the day before on my floor on the other side of the bed, and I would say something to his about his. So yes, I'm admitting all of this to you guys because this is the journey, right? And like, if I can't just be like, oh wow, that's really ridiculous, then I can't do this. And honestly, I'm really struggling. I am. For me to plan a date for us means, there's this loud voice in my head that's saying that means you're giving him permission to not show up for you. Like, he just gets to do nothing. Like, don't worry about getting me birthday presents. Don't worry about planning dates. Don't worry about being romantic. Like, you just go to work and do nothing, and that's fine. I'll do all the work. That's really loud. It's like, right? So to counteract that, I reached out for help, and I invested a little bit of time into communities that I get raw, honest feedback and encouragement. And one of the biggest things I'm getting in feedback is that you have to love for the love of giving, and you have to give for the love of giving. You can't love looking for something back or make someone else earn it. And one of my biggest complaints to Greg is like, you make me earn love. Ooh, I wonder why I was in tune with that. Maybe because I was making him earn love. So all this is to say, this is why we need support. This is why we need communities, because this is tough for me. And this might be a breeze for other people. Like, nah, this is no problem. And maybe I'm a breeze in other areas that they struggle in. That's why we need each other, right? And that's why we need coaches. It's why we need community. It's why we need support. So welcome to my struggle. Welcome to my journey. A month later, I would have never thought I came as far as I came in my health and in my own growth. So let's hope a month from now, I'll be doing my happy dance for how sweet and charming and loving and giving I've become with the man I choose to be with. And my kids too. It's different variations of my kids, but like, sort of nagging at them to do stuff instead of just having an expectation and a punishment without any mess in between. Like, this is what's expected. If that doesn't happen, this is the consequence, and that's it. And that's very loving to do. So yeah, it's going to show up in all areas of my life, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully it resonates with somebody. And if you're struggling with something and you don't have a safe place to talk about it, please let me know. Honestly, because if you can't talk about it and you can't just say it, it's just gonna sit in there and rot. That sounds horrible, but that's what it does, right? I mean, that's like what actually happens. It just sits inside and festers and rots, and we need a place where we can just blurt it out and just say it and be our raw selves, and then have someone be loving and be encouraging and cut out all the BS. Like, okay, Mandy, what are you doing? If you want to go on dates, why aren't you planning dates? Like, oh, huh. So, love you guys. That was my spiel for today. All right, talk soon.